What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the Texans Better Talk Show. Now that free agency is wrapping up, let's do a mock draft with what we know now. And what we know now is, hey, they're probably taking a guard or tackle in the first round. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Now, and by the way, it wouldn't surprise me if they do take a wide receiver. They just have to take an offensive player. If you want to go get a weapon, go do it. But, you really need to draft an offensive line at some point. So let's get straight in this video. I've kind of already jumped ahead and done some of the earlier part of the draft. Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Membo going early, as well as Will Campbell going early. Now, unfortunately, I can't make a trade because I don't have premium on PFF, but around right here is where I would make the trade if I can scroll down a little bit more. Sorry, I don't know why this isn't working. So Malachi Starks came off. Josh Simmons is the third offensive lineman or second offensive lineman, but third tackle to come off. So right here is probably where I'd make the trade. Just trade up to secure Kelvin Banks. We'll see what happens. Again, I cannot make a trade with the free PFF non-subscription. So let's see what happens. Booker goes, Golden goes, Hampton goes. Okay, so I think we're fine. Luther and James Pierce Jr., Kenneth Grant, obviously Kelvin Banks Jr. are here. So yeah, this is fine. So this kind of highlights to you a situation where, hey, you don't have to trade up for Kelvin Banks to where he does fall at 25. Now I know Tyler Booker is a great option for guard. As I said in my last video, if you guys want to check that out, I just think Kelvin Banks is more flexible. So we're going to draft Kelvin Banks Jr. with the 25th overall pick. While that's going, again, you can watch my last video, but essentially the rationale is we can play this guy at guard, and if we really get into a pinch, then we can just kick him out to tackle. And I don't like that idea of having a rookie play, either tackle position. But with Titus Howard, we don't know what he's going to be. He's not necessarily a lock on the left tackle spot, and Blake Fisher is going into his second year, so not necessarily a lock there at right tackle either. And so that's why I want Kelvin Banks Jr. I think now he makes the most sense. And I wouldn't have said that earlier. I definitely would not have said that earlier. But just the way they've acted in free agency has kind of led me to this position. Okay, pick 58 in the second round. Let's just take a look and see who came off. I don't know why my scroll isn't working. That's really annoying. A corner, wow. Maxwell Harrison comes off early. Jackson Dart comes off early. Gray Zabel, the tackle prospect. He wanted to go Zabel. That's fine too. He goes off. Donovan Jackson right after, Jaden Higgins, Xavier Watts, Quishon Judkins, Caleb Johnson, the running back. Besh goes. Besh, honestly, could have traded up and maybe gotten Besh. That probably would have been worth it. That would have been smart. Restrepo, so a little bit of a wide receiver run. Wow, Shador Sanders is still there at 47. Don't be surprised if Shador falls out of the first round. You definitely could see it happening. Savion Williams at the second. It seems like a little bit of a reach. So a little bit of a receiver run happened. I really would have liked to trade up for Besh. Not saying I could have because I obviously could not have. We look at the tight ends. We've got Mason Taylor, Elijah Arroyo. I'm not loving that. I'm almost thinking about just doubling up on this O-line. Tate Ratledge is a good pick. Great guard from Georgia. A little bit of a reach, though. What tackles do we have? I know I want to commit to the offensive line. Ursure is a good pick. Williams is a good pick. I'm almost debating if you just double dip in the tackle position. Realistically, I don't know if it's the smartest move. Probably want to wait until at least the third round to do that. I'm not liking any of the wide receiver prospects though, so this is kind of an interesting situation we're in. Shamar Turner, I guess we could look at D tackle. D tackle definitely. Actually, no, not even D tackle. They addressed in free agency. Edge, I feel like they've addressed in free agency, and I'm not really loving any of those edges there anyway. Good solid players though. Running backs, Scatabo is definitely calling to me. Dylan Sampson's a good pick as well. Hold on, let's move all these and let's just go back to running back. RJ Harvey, DJ Giddens, Devin Neal. We could probably wait on a running back, though. This is a stacked running back class. I almost like the idea of just taking Scatabo. And I feel like we need a weapon. So here's the thing. I don't feel comfortable taking a running back in the second round, but I don't feel comfortable doubling up on tackles. I don't want to take Tate Ratledge at the guard position this early. I'm not in love with any of the receivers that are here. I think the best move would have been trading up for Jack Besh. Don't love any of the receivers here. Savion's a great project receiver. but I almost want to wonder if we can wait for Trey Harris, maybe be a little riskier. So I think we're going to go Scatabo. I think we're going to go Scatabo. Let's draft Scatabo and see what happens. Again, not in love with the position we were kind of put in there, but we needed to add weapons. Like I've said constantly on this channel, Joe Mixon needs an RB2. I do think Dameon Pierce maybe can become an RB3, maybe an RB2 ceiling, but you want someone who's going to be solid for you, and he will be solid for you. So now this is the pick we get from trading Tunsil. So the extra early pick at the top end of round 3. Wow, Shador doesn't go till round 3. Okay, I don't know about that. I think Shador definitely goes before that. But look, the gap between the pick 58 we have and pick 79 we have is really small, and that's why I really don't want to trade this pick. Like I can definitely see the Texans trading up, trying to get someone with this pick, but I just really like the comfort and security of having it. So if we look at the wide receivers now Savion's looking a lot more appealing. Did Trey Harris go? Wow, Trey Harris went, so that's interesting. Trey Harris went. Okay, that's fine. Savion looks interesting now. If we go to the interior O line, I bet we still have Ratledge is still there. So we really just got a really good, nice selection there with Scatabo. Okay, I as much as I want to draft Ratledge and just beef up that offensive line and give us a lot of options, I think it's time to go wide receiver. I'm going to be polarizing, and I'm going to pick a wide receiver that he has a lot. Ooh, I don't know. Jalen Royals. Okay, I'm definitely debating between Jalen Royals and Savion. I've drafted Savion before. I definitely think he's more of a project receiver. Definitely a guy that, you want to pair with Nico Collins, but you have questions like, will he actually become that big physical DK Metcalf type of receiver? Or are we kind of just, having high hopes for a guy who's really not going to pan out? Yeah, this is hard. I think I'll go Jalen Royals. I don't know. I've never been this indecisive in a draft before, so this is like a really interesting draft because I've never been this indecisive. Savion definitely has the higher ceiling. He definitely has a lower floor. Jalen probably has a higher floor than Savion. Probably doesn't have as high of a ceiling. Um, that being said, I really want to roll the dice. We're just going to draft Savion. We're just going to say F it and draft Savion. Again, I don't think, by any means that's a bad pick, though, either way. We might actually have the chance to draft him. Okay, he goes right before us again. So that would have been very interesting. All right, so now this is the original pick we had. So originally only had one round 3 pick. Now we have another round 3 pick because we added that pick from Tunsil. And then here I think we're going to go guard. We're not going to overcomplicate this. I've been really indecisive this draft, so thank you guys so much for sticking around. But I think we're just not going to overcomplicate this. Tate Ratledge is a good guard. I kind of like Sabayena, though. I like Sabayena a lot more than Milam. I like Ratledge more than Milam. Between Sabayena and Ratledge, I think I go Sabayena. And I think that wraps up our draft. A B- on Savion, and Sabayena was a B-. So overall, like, they did not like this draft. I'm not 100% sure why. But yeah, they didn't love the draft. I like it, though. I think you get Kelvin Banks, you solve an offensive line problem, you add a very good running back, you still capitalize on a wide receiver, and then you're able to get another tackle that you can really kind of maneuver on that line. And Sabayana can definitely play guard in the NFL. So that's kind of my updated mock draft. Didn't go smoothly, didn't go exactly how I planned, but that's kind of what it's like. Probably would have made some trades if I had the ability to, and maybe I will on a different mock draft site. But let me know what you guys think about the mock draft. What do you guys think are their biggest needs? And I will see you guys in the next one, man. Peace out.